Hi Hinsters, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome to good morning and happy Saturn day from Korea. It's currently about 28 degrees and it's not even midday yet. Happy Leo season too. Still getting over a bit of a cold. But yeah, happy Leo season 2. Do you remember I offer 50% off my readings for Leo suns and Leo risings if you book anytime during Leo season. Check out the description box below for more information on that. Right then, as I film this video, Mercury has just entered the double-bodied Earth sign of Virgo. This means also that Mercury has just entered its exaltation, and this transit is especially impactful for Geminis and Virgos, and very much so for Gemini risings and Virgo risings. Let me know in the comments below where you have Virgo in your chart, because that's the house that Mercury rules for you. And Mercury is literally entering this house now and also doing what I call roosting in this house. So yeah, Mercury is not only at Disneyland in its exaltation, but also kind of coming home. Mercury is now very much in charge then of what's been kind of kicking off in your Virgo house. And you may know that Mars has been in Virgo for a wee while too. I made a video on that as well. Check that out on Mars. But yeah, Mercury comes now to take more control and dictate a bit more the input that Mars has in the cosmic conversation. Mercury also enters Virgo, leaving very slowly a conjunction with the retrograde Venus in Leo. And this conjunction does remain for a fair few days, and it's as though the Venusian retrograde themes of our Leo house are also being translated and carried by Mercury into our Virgo house. I actually had an interesting dream last night. I won't go into all of it, but in the dream, Beyonce's Virgo's Groove was playing, and I just found that quite apt, waking up to Mercury entering Virgo. Of course, some people may know that Beyonce is a Virgo sun. Anyway, Mercury also enters Virgo, making an opposition as well to the retrograde Saturn in Pisces. And Saturn is also the ruler of oppositions. This is quite significant for me. So I feel that whatever has been like slowly, very slowly hinted at in our Pisces house is going to be more engaged now. I feel like Mercury, this divine messenger that Mercury is, will bring for many people an opportunity to have a difficult conversation. And I have this image also for some of really getting the hands kind of wet and dirty and getting stuck in something, or getting something sorted out, unclogging something maybe. Mercury opposing Saturn can also introduce certain challenging scenes or dramas or conflicts. Remember, Saturn is retrograde and we are right now in the die-hard dramaturge season of Leo, the sort of hot, stoic, Sphinx spirit season, where a lot of people are challenged generally to find or maintain sort of confidence, consistency, sort of sticking to your flamethrowers, if you like. Of course, we get also more of a glimpse into the upcoming Virgo season with this new Hermetic transit, although I think this year it is much more loudly mixed with the Leonite energies. So I get this feeling of it being a height of the spiritual summer that is catty, confident, tongue-in-cheek, shooting from the hip a bit even, as we do have this beautiful sun in Leo trine the moon in Sagittarius as Mercury hits Virgo. So this also is like a Mercury square moon affair. Quite simply, that typically quite internalizing side of Virgo is rustled up and gets more vocal, more cocky, more correcting, a bit kind of Hermione Granger perhaps. So do watch out if you're a bit of a Ron Weasley. But also Mars rules squares, and it's interesting that Mercury squares the moon, and as it enters the house it rules and the sign it is exalted in, while Mars is co-present there, it's almost like Mars is being much more helpful in terms of how to navigate the square, challenging, agitating energies that might be cropping up for some people. So that's quite interesting. With Mars also co-present, yeah, there could be like encouragement here for people to, for example, get more vocal and outspoken, or to push forward more assertively with their decisions or the decision-making process. You know, Virgo is what I call the spiritual accountant. So there's a lot of divinity in the decision, mysticism here. A lot of people have already, by now, or will very soon, have kind of perfected certain habits or life hacks, or maybe they've finally figured out, I don't know, how to save money or how to organize their work, or like work better, or maybe they're cleaning up their space now, or they're ventilating things better, and things are starting to flow much better and make much more sense now. And with Venus, the ruler of cycles and circles, retrograde in Leo, there's also a lot of revisiting former patterns and kind of bringing them back into our repertoire, the ones that worked, but maybe kind of the ones that got abandoned for whatever reason. And, you know, Virgo has this kind of cool, low-key, fuckery sort of energy. We're dealing here with the divine trickster in its feminine expression, of course. It's kind of like plain white tee and jeans business. It's like a pen and pad in the pocket type of affair, near the heart as well, with all this Leo energy. And Virgoan mysticism is particularly special because it feels so boring. Yet it's often the boring feeling things that can, you know, yes, they kind of knock us in the short term, but in the long term, they are the best, or even for some people, the only way of getting healthy again, or healthier, or rich, or stable, or successful, or happy, or whatever, or just balanced in some sense. It is those kind of finicky, short-term things that are very essential. So anyway, I hope you have a great Mercury in Virgo transit, and I want to hear your stories as well. Like, where do you have Virgo in your chart, and how are you feeling? You know, are you feeling better, for example, about some theme in your Virgo house? Let us know how you're doing, and I'm wishing you a grand weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.